Hello students and welcome back to the online lecture series of Pharmacognosy and Phytochemistry 2 of 5th semester. I am Nilesh Banarse and today we are going to discuss about Unit 2, which comprises General Introduction, Composition, Chemistry and Chemical Classes, General Methods of Extraction and Analysis, Biosources, Therapeutic uses and commercial application of various secondary metabolites. But before moving toward the detailed study of individual crude drug, let's take a short introduction to various secondary metabolites. First, alkaloids. The term alkaloid was first coined by German pharmacist Meissner in 1899. These are the organic products of natural or synthetic origin, basic in nature, and contains one or more nitrogen atoms, normally in heterocyclic ring, showing specific physiological actions on human or animal body when used in small quantities. Alkaloids generally are colorless crystalline solids with sharp melting points. However, some alkaloids can exist as colored amorphous solid and also in liquid form. Alkaloidal free bases are normally soluble in organic solvents, while salts are soluble in water. Although the exact role of alkaloids in plants are unknown, but it can have various importance like providing defensive mechanism against animals or insects. Also, as a reserve substances and for plant growth regulators. It is useful to human being due to various therapeutic actions like anti-cancer, anti-malarial and painkiller, etc. Classification. Alkaloids can be classified in various ways like pharmacological, chemical, taxonomic and biosynthetic approaches. However, chemical classification is the most accepted to categorize the drugs according to heterocyclic ring structure present in them. As per the chemical classification, the alkaloids are broadly classified as heterocyclic alkaloids or true alkaloids and second, non-heterocyclic alkaloids are also called as protoalkaloids, pseudoalkaloids or biological amines. Chemical test. Various chemical tests can be used for qualitative determination of alkaloids. The most common tests are Mayer's test, Wagner's test, Hager's test, and drag and drop test. Extraction and isolation. The extraction of alkaloid is based on their basic character and solubility profile. Generally, alkaloids are extracted mainly using two methods. Method A. In this method, the powdered material that contains alkaloidal salt is moist with alkaline substances like sodium bicarbonate and sodium hydroxide, which combines with the acids, tannins, and other phenolic substances and sets free the alkaloidal bases. Extraction is then carried out with organic solvents such as petroleum ether. The concentrated organic liquid is then shaken with aqueous acids and allowed to separate. Alkaloidal salts will be present in aqueous liquid, while many impurities remain behind in the organic liquid. Method B. The collected powdered material is extracted with water or aqueous alcohol containing dilute acids. Chloroform or other organic solvents are added and shaken to remove the pigments and unwanted materials. The free alkaloids are then precipitated by the addition of excess alkalis like sodium bicarbonate or ammonia and separated by filtration or by extraction with organic solvents. Volatile liquid alkaloids like nicotine and quinine are isolated by distillation. In this process, the powdered material that contains alkaloid is extracted with water and the aqueous extract is made alkaline with sodium carbonate or ammonia, and the alkaloid is distilled off in steam, which could be collected and purified. Next is the glycoside. These are the organic compounds obtained from plant or animal sources which on enzymatic hydrolysis yields one or more sugar molecules along with non-sugar molecules. In glycosides, sugar molecules are termed as glycans, while non-sugar molecule is termed as a glycan or gene. The linkage forms between glycan and aglycan part is called as glycosidic linkage. Most common sugar involved to form glycosidic linkage is beta-D-glucose, while others are galactose, rhamnose, and digitoxose, etc. Glycosides can exist in both crystalline as well as in amorphous forms. Glycosides are soluble in water and dilute alcohol, while a glycan part is soluble in nonpolar solvents like ether or benzene. They normally shows liver rotatory activities. Glycosides exhibit variety of pharmacological actions like cathartics, cardiotonics, etc. Among the glycosides, the chemical, physical, and therapeutic properties are due to aglycans, while glycan is responsible for absorption of glycosides and transport of aglycan part at the site of action. Glycosides are considered as to participate in growth, regulations, and protection of plants. Classification. There are various aspects to classify the glycosides, like on the basis of therapeutic action they showed, example cathartics, cardiotonics. On the basis of glycan part present in it, like if it contains rhamnose as sugar, then term as rhamnoside. But beside that, the most commonly used schemes to classify the glycosidic drugs are: first, on the basis of a glycan moiety present in them, like anthraquinone glycosides, and second, on the basis of linkage forms between the OH group of glycan and H atom of a glycan, like O-glycosides. Chemical test. First, anthraquinone glycosides. For the analysis of anthraquinone glycosides, the most common tests used are Bontrager test and modified Bontrager test. For cardiac glycosides, the common chemical tests are Keller-Killiani test, Legel test, and Baljet test. For saponin glycosides, foam test and hemolysis test are used. For steroidal and triterpenoidal glycosides, the common chemical test used are Salkowski test and Lieberman-Burchard test. For cyanogenetic glycosides, the Grignard test is used. For coumarin glycosides, the fluorescence test is employed. For the determination of flavonol glycosides or flavonoids, the Shinoda test, ammonia test, and zinc chloride test are most common. Extraction and isolation. The common technique used for isolation of glycoside is Stas-Otto method. In this method, the drug-containing glycoside is finely powdered and extracted with alcohol by continuous hot percolation using Soxhlet apparatus. During this process, various enzymes present in plant parts are also deactivated due to heating. The thermolabile glycosides, however, should be extracted at temperature preferably below 45 degrees Celsius. The extract is treated with lead acetate to precipitate tannins and thus eliminate non-glycosidal impurities. The excess of lead acetate is precipitated as lead sulfide by passing hydrogen sulfide gas through the solution. The extract is filtered, concentrated to get crude glycosides. From the extract, the glycosides are obtained in pure form by making use of processes like fractional solubility, fractional crystallization, preparative TLC, and column chromatography. The characterization of an isolated glycoside is done by IR, NMR, and mass spectroscopy. Next is tannins. Tannins are the complex, organic, and non-nitrogenous plant products generally found in higher plants. These are the amorphous substances which forms colloidal solution with water. They are soluble in dilute alkalis and alcohol, but practically insoluble in organic solvents except acetone. They are known from the ancient times as an antiseptics, which is due to the astringent action exhibited by precipitation of tissue proteins. Commercially, tannins are used in leather industry to avoid putrefaction of hides. Classification. On the basis of chemical nature and its behavior on dry distillation, they are classified as hydrolyzable tannins and non-hydrolyzable tannins. Chemical test. Various chemical tests used for the determination of tannins and phenolic compounds are Goldbetter skin test, ferric chloride test, lead acetate test, potassium dichromate test, gelatin test, bromine water test, and phenazone test. Extraction and isolation. Tannins can be easily extracted by water or alcohol. The general method for the extraction of tannic acid from various galls is either with water-saturated ether or with mixture of water, alcohol, and ether. In such cases, pre-acids such as gallic acid and ellagic acid go along with ether, whereas true tannins get extracted in water. If the drug consists of chlorophyll or pigment, it may be removed by ether. After extraction, the aqueous and ethereal layers are separately concentrated, dried, and subjected to further isolation and purification using various separation techniques of chromatography. Volatile oils. These are the volatile substances of plant and animal sources which when exposed to air gets evaporate. They are also called as essential oil or ethereal oil, generally found abundantly in plants of family like Umbelliferae, Labiate, and Zingiberaceae. Volatile oils can be separated through various Volatile oils can be secreted through various structures of plants like ducts, cells, chrysogenous and lysogenous glands as well as trichomes. They are usually lighter than water except canola oil. They are insoluble in water but soluble in alcohol, ether, and other lipid solvents. The exact role of volatile oils in plant is unknown and is considered as excretory products. However, it may be useful for attracting insects for fertilization. Volatile oils are commercially utilized as flavoring and perfuming agents. Some of them shows marked therapeutic actions like carminatives and local anesthetics, while some are useful as an insect repellent. Classification. Volatile oils are classified on the basis of functional groups present in them, like hydrocarbons containing, aldehyde containing volatile oils, etc. Chemical test. Natural drugs containing volatile oils can be tested by two main chemical tests. In such test, if the transverse section of volatile oil containing drug is treated with alcoholic solution of Sudan red 3 or tincture alcana, it develops red color. Extraction of volatile oils. Volatile oils can be extracted by various techniques like distillation, scarification, for example, Écuelle and sponge process, enfleurage, maceration, and spraying. Distillation is the most common method for the extraction of volatile oils. Écuelle and sponge methods are useful for preparation of oil of lemon, orange, and bergamot. Enfleurage, maceration, and spraying methods are useful for extraction of fragrance oils from flowers. Resins. Resins are the complex amorphous products which contain the mixture of volatile oils, oxygenated products of terpenes and carboxylic acids. They are generally found in exudation from the trunk of trees, form in chrysogenous cavities or ducts as an end product of metabolism. Most resins are heavier than water. They are insoluble in water but soluble in alcohol, volatile and fixed oils, as well as non-polar solvents like ether and benzene. They are hard, combustible, and electrically non-conductive in nature. Resins containing drugs have great utility as pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical purposes. For example, cannabis is a potent anti-cancer, while benzoin can be used as tincture and as a mild antiseptic. Classification. Resins can be classified in two different ways. First, depending upon the presence of chief constituent in it, like acid resins, ester resins, and resin alcohols. And second, depending upon its association with oil, gums, sugars, benzoic or cinnamic acids, as oleoresins, oleogum resins, glycoresins, and balsams. Isolation. The process of the isolation of resin from crude drug can be a difficult task due to presence of various combinations of chemical constituents. However, the most generalized technique can be the extraction of the drug with alcoholic solvents and then subsequent precipitation of resin by adding concentrated alcoholic extract to large proportion of water. The method of distillation or hydrodistillation can be used for the separation of volatile oils from the resin, like separation of resins from turpentine oil. So students, this is about the short introduction of secondary metabolites, namely alkaloids, glycosides, tannins, volatile oils, and resins. Thank you for your kind attention during this lecture. We will meet again. Have a nice day.